Hi there YouTube, thank you for joining me on another vlog. Now the area I'm in today is an area I've never been before, and let me just spin you around so you can see where I am. It's a wood. I don't know what it's called. I don't know if it has a name or whether it's just, I don't know. But it is quite beautiful here. As you can probably hear, I'm quite near the road at the moment. We've had a hell of a lot of rain over the last 48 hours or so. So a lot of the roads are quite flooded, and where I'm walking is pretty boggy. Look, so you can have a look at that and see that yeah, some of this area I can see is, unless I wade in up to my waist in water, is going to be inaccessible down next to the river because it's getting close to bursting its banks, and it's quite slippy as well. But this is a beautiful area, and I think these large trees are, didn't I say in my last video, or a video or two ago, that I wasn't going to name the trees because I don't really know what I'm talking about. So I'm not going to name the trees. In terms of light, because we're sort of in the middle of winter, the sun doesn't really get that high, so everything's kind of side lit, which is quite nice. And there is a bit of cloud around, so every so often the light gets softened by a cloud. So I'll shut up now and have a look round and see if I can find something that will make a nice photograph. So the first photograph I'm going to take today is it's a bit of a cliched shot, iconic sort of Christmas shot, and I've come across this tree with these sprigs of holly leaves and berries, beautiful vibrant red berries on the tree there. So I'm going to try and capture an image of that. Now the only issue I've got here is there's a bit of a breeze, so focusing is tricky. Because I need the berries to be still so that I can focus. I've opened my aperture all the way up, and with the lens zoomed out it's at 5.6. I've bumped my ISO up to 640, so that's giving me 1/80th of a second. And what I'm having to do is wait for the wind to die down so that I can grab a shot. At the moment it's moving too much, but I've already taken a few shots because there was a little period where the wind pretty much stopped, so one of those images will probably be the one that you actually get to see. Okay, so I've moved back a little bit. That's thrown everything completely out of focus now. But I think maybe I'll be able to get that in focus better at this distance. If it'll just stay still for a few seconds. It's moving quite a bit, and the lights, the sun's been covered over by some cloud now, so I've got less light to play with. And I don't want to take my ISO up any higher if I can help it. But I might not have a choice. You often hear people say that woodland photography is difficult because the scenes are often very chaotic with all the branches and woodland floor debris, and they find it hard to find compositions in woods and forests. Well, like anything, it comes with practice. And what I've found over the last year of doing mainly woodland photography is that if I use my long lens and I try and sort of find smaller scenes, you can make sense of some of the messiness of the branches and the background and everything. And what I've found is if you try and look for something that kind of gives you a natural frame, that helps. So if you've got two trees with a nice scene in the middle, or maybe something over the top, or anything like that that gives you a frame to your composition, that helps. So by using a long lens, you can actually zoom in and make the scene less chaotic and more pleasing as a composition. And I think we have such a shot here now that I've found. So the light has softened quite considerably. It's not like completely flat. We do have some nice soft light. It's clouded over a little bit towards where the sun is. So things are looking quite nice at the moment. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the hood off the lens, and then I'm going to talk you through my composition. So just twist that off. Pop the video on this camera. So I've got I've got a tree on the right of the frame there, and then another one on the left, which frames this business going on in the middle of the frame. So I've got two verticals and then two horizontals, and then a vertical in the middle. I'm going to check my focus because it only takes a tiny bit of movement for that lens to throw everything out. There we go. Oh, and we're getting some really nice light right now. The sun's breaking through, but it's not really harsh. So I'm going to get a shot now. And another one just for look. Got a 2-second timer on. And there we go. So you may remember from a recent video I did where I got a shot of some fungus on the woodland floor, and I found another similar type of shot here. Two small logs, and they've got some beautiful funguses growing on them. Now what I've done is I've closed my aperture down to f/16. The light is looking fantastic, so I'm going to take a shot right now. I've got to lower the camera down. I'm zoomed into, let's see, 100mm. So at f/16 with the ISO set at 50, that's giving me 1/4 of a second. And the logs themselves are lying on a bed of dead, sort of rotting brown leaves. They've got a little bit of grass and moss growing in there as well. So they've obviously been there a while. So that looks pretty nice. So this is going to be my last shot of today. It looks like we've got a lot more sort of heavier, darker cloud coming in, so the light's not going to be very good in a bit. I'm going to take a shot whilst it's we're getting the last of it. Now this last shot, a shot I took previously, I've actually moved closer to the scene now, and I've zoomed in even tighter and recomposed the composition. So let me know what you think, whether you think the first photograph of this scene was better or this one. And I've cropped in tighter with the long lens. I'm trying to get a nice sort of dark, moody kind of feel to it, so I'm underexposing by quite a lot. That's no good because two cars are coming past. That loud noise you can probably hear, there's a cattle grid up on the road, so as cars go over it makes a horrendous noise. Okay, that's more like it. Yeah, let me know what you think, whether you think this closer, tighter composition looks better or the previous one. But anyway, as I said, it's actually starting to rain now. So as I said, I'm going to leave it there. So when you're out and about in the woods, don't be afraid to get the long lens out and kind of pick out more sort of tighter, more detailed scenes. And don't be put off by, you know, the fact that woodland tends to be, in terms of composition, tends to be quite chaotic, and there's lots of stuff going on and distracting elements here, there and everywhere. If you put a long lens on and you pick out smaller vignettes, if you like, then you'll probably get some better photographs. You don't always have to go wide and try and get loads of stuff in. Right, I'm going to shut up now, leave it there. This video has been recorded 6 days before Christmas, so you probably won't see this video until after Christmas, but I'll wish you a Merry Christmas anyway. And I will see you in the next video.